Okay, for our writing activity, I would like to write a letter to State Representative about your ideas of how we could help the environment and what we would need to do in order to carry out your idea. I have here a template or an outline of what I would like you to include in your letter. Remember, when these are finished, I'm going to mail them to state representatives to see if our class can make some change in our communities. So, to start out, you might see the greeting. It says, "To whom it may concern." This is a fancy way of saying, if this is interesting to you, please read it. Okay? Then over to the right of the greeting, I have the date. Today's date is 4-27-20. Make sure you include both the greeting and the date in your letter. Now, for the body, look here. And I reminded you guys to indent. Remember, that's 2 finger spaces before you start writing. And you only do that with the first line. So I wrote, "Start writing here. Please include what you want to do to help the environment and how you will do it. Remember to thank see, it's good to reread what you're writing, your reader or your audience for taking the time to read your letter. Sincerely," which is your closing, and signature, which is your name. Please only put your first name on this letter. I will let them know that it's from Mrs. Newsom's second grade class at Colerain Elementary. Okay? So the 5 parts you need to include are the greeting, the date, the body, the closing, and the signature. Remember to tell them what you want to do, how you're going to do it, and most importantly, thank them for taking the time to read your letter and to consider your ideas to help the environment. So here I've included an example of a letter that I wrote that has all 5 parts of the friendly letter included, and maybe give you an idea of what I want it to sound like. See here, right before last, I did do 2 finger spaces before I started. So I indented that first line. Then all the other words touch the very left side of the paper. You can do this on your Google document by hitting the space bar. Okay? So my letter says, "To whom it may concern," April 27th, 2020. Last week on April 22nd, it was Earth Day. I had some ideas of how we could help our planet. I think we could have a trash pickup day. We could plan an event and pick a day for neighborhoods to pick up trash in their community. Thank you for taking the time to read my letter and to consider my idea. Sincerely, Mrs. Newsom. Now, obviously, you guys are not going to put Mrs. Newsom. You're going to put your own name. Also, I would like your ideas to be what you brainstormed last week with writing. We're going to finish up this letter today and tomorrow. Then I will print the ones I receive and mail them to a state representative. Let's see if we can get some change, you guys. I'm really excited to see how these impact our community. Have fun with it, and I can't wait to read your writing.